Yeah, my da was goody to the gods and the goddesses, and was popping to my people. And well, like we always do about this time, this gonna get interesting. I give everybody a couple minutes. Whoever coming gonna come. I know a lot of my people watch me on the repeat, but whatever, it don't matter. Cause I'm gonna piss some people off. Some people gonna be glad to get the information, but y'all finicky. When y'all hear something y'all don't like, y'all get all emotional and you know how y'all be. I seen so many things that just disappointed me. I'm so sorry. I seen y'all using politics in religious discussions. I seen y'all try to guilt shame people into your own personal beliefs. I seen you use every bit of logic except what was logical. Uh, I think it. Oh man. Like we still here, huh? We still here, and everybody was all emotional, and I hate to laugh because some of y'all, I know y'all so serious, but y'all just tickle me. All of a sudden, now people who I know turn turn up, turn down, party 5 days a week, and all of a sudden they political activists. And now everybody got all this advice and information. Hey, don't think if I had listen, this how I could have got rich. If it was a way I could have got $5 from everybody that said, don't just think about the stimulus, think about your kids' future. If I could get $5 for every time that posted, I clearly have about 5 mil. Cool 5 mil. Like, and then there was the well, we already know what's about to happen now, so I'm about to get ready and get my family, and we listen, man. First of all, ain't none of y'all gonna do shit. That's the first thing. Like, why are we going through all of these shenanigans? Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. You're not gonna do none of the shit you telling people. You're not gonna do none of the shit you told me. You're not gonna do not one thing you posted on your social media. You're not. But here's what I don't understand. The confusion be confusing me. Because every 4 years, they get y'all fired up about somebody. And y'all logic be amazing to like you just forgot about what happened with the last 4 years. Like, do you remember? Do you remember how y'all was about Creepy Joe? Y'all went crazy. Biden got to be it. He gonna Biden, soon as he put the ink on the paper, the first when they usually ask a president, say, what was your first order of business once you got into the White House? Biden took a nap. So his first official duty as president was an official nap. What happened though? For everybody that cussed me out and called Trump the devil and Biden the savior, what happened? Then Kamala came out of nowhere. I remember it like it was yesterday. Y'all just called Kamala every stupid heifer y'all could think of. It was just 6 months ago. My memory ain't always the best, but sometimes it is. Every once in a while I might partake in a little treefers. But I got a fairly decent memory, and I remember how y'all behaved. Y'all Unima. It's just amazing that you got fired up for Obama. Woo! Obama! Woo! That's still to this day. Obama is like, y'all, Jesus. He can do no wrong. Even though everything everything that I said about him 4 years ago is coming out to be true, I still ain't got a phone call from nobody apologizing. Y'all going down with the ship. Fine, cool, it's whatever. He even strangled his chef in the pond, drowned his chef in the pond. No problem. He was on a high-speed chase in a boat full of coke. He made him chase him into international waters. It don't matter. It's fine. You can look this up. I posted it, but y'all don't care. I did a whole TikTok about Obama getting chased in the Michelle with a boat full of cocaine. But they don't care about that either. So he can become the Black Pablo Escobar. He could drown his black chef in the pond and lie and say he ain't on the property, but he is. Like, just imagine the president chef come up dead in like 3 feet of water, belly up. So they said, Mr. Obama, do you know what happened? Nah, not really. So were you on the residence? Nah, wasn't here. 5 minutes later, they come back. Yeah, Mr. Obama, earlier you told us you weren't on the property. Yeah, that's what I told you. Well, we looked at the surveillance and found out that you were. Yeah, let me tell you a story about Michelle. See, when Michelle and then you get to listen to the Obama stories because you like them so much, and you forget that this is a fucking murder investigation, and the chef just drowned. But whatever, he wasn't there, he was there. All right. So you didn't get shit from Obama for 8 years, but you love him. And by the way, he bombed 7 nations with melanated people too. But y'all don't care because they taught y'all that everybody over there is bad guys. So anytime you see somebody that look Middle Eastern, you just assume he blow up shit and he should die. I get it. Coincidentally, they said the same shit about black people and y'all fell for that. So even black people fell for it. We don't trust us. We know we ain't got shit. White folks are so clever, they got not trusting us. And we know goddamn well they did it. Ain't that amazing that black folks is mad at other black folks and we know goddamn well we ain't even do nothing. But whatever. So either way it goes. Here's what's going to be interesting about this. Because I tell y'all time and time again, all of this shit is rigged. And y'all so emotional, I'm going to tell you what your biggest problem is. Because I'm technically a nobody, in your mind, it's impossible for me to be right. Ain't no way in hell I could know the shit that I be talking about. Even though all I do is study it. But whatever. So then I ain't got no degrees, so you figure if I didn't go to no colleges, ain't no way I could be that smart. I tell you what, you get one of your college friends, pick a topic and tell them come here. When I turn he or she in the mop water, maybe you'll get the picture. But so we're gonna use something I tell y'all all the time. No, I don't want to quote Jay-Z because this is not the climate to be quoting Jay-Z. Well, it hasn't been for like 15 years for me. But either way it go, y'all heard the men lie, women lie, numbers don't thing. That's correct. Numbers don't lie. So what we can do is we can show you what I'm going to show y'all tonight is how the entire elections be numerically synced up. What's going to happen? And y'all think sports is just there to entertain you. I told y'all that's rigged too. I'm going to show y'all how the numbers in sports are synced up with what's going on in your society and definitely with politics. Politics, sports, religion, it's all one thing. See, I talk about the compartmentalized thoughts. They teach you to put everything in its own little space and then we're not able to connect the dots from other spaces. They do that intentionally. So when you learn this number thing, it's a system that they can't get around. And y'all heard me talk about this before, the GEMATRIA thing. So, first of all, I want to say, here's something I thought was odd. Like, it was a lot of signs if you just pay attention. Like, for instance, here's the biggest clue that Trump was going to win, and nobody caught this. I haven't heard not one person say this. For all the people that made these Trump predictions, there was a couple of them. I haven't heard anybody say this yet. What was the number one thing that Trump was making his cause during his last presidency? His last presidency, when I say pregnancy, his last presidency, especially towards the end, he had something that he was really pushing the issue on. And now, months before the election, wasn't Trump making a big deal out of celebrities and SA cases and missing children? Wasn't he making a big deal about pedos and SAs and missing children? So when you see all of these celebrities just out of the blue, everybody just getting caught, huge names, and we don't make the connection. This will be one of the things. See, every president has to have a legacy, a cause that he champions. For Obama, it was he brought Bin Laden home, or allegedly. He ended the war, brought the troops home, and he captured Bin Laden, allegedly. Well, every time Trump comes around, mysteriously, a lot of sexual related cases and pedo related cases start surfacing. Now, that's not, I'm not trying to say that he's some type of hero that actually cares about children. That's not what I think at all. I think, like I just said, they have to give him a cause to champion. And it's out with the old, in with the new. See, they were already getting rid of Hollywood, and now they're getting rid of hip hop. And I told y'all this, I predicted this years ago. They have AI and digital images that everybody, all of these artists already sold out. They already sold away their digital imagery. So they don't really need y'all no more. So now it's going to get a lot more strict. You can't just blow some weird guy and stay afloat anymore. Well, you can get started like that, I'm sure, but either way it go. So they're doing a house cleaning for the new shift. Now, keep in mind, they're definitely still going to be fucking with children. I'm almost positive he threw a weirdo party as soon as he got you're going to be the president. They probably was butt naked with peanut butter and baby oil everywhere when they announced his presidency. I don't doubt that. I'm past the point of trusting any of these people. And I'm going to show y'all tonight that they can't be trusted. But we have to look into everything. So let's get the party popping. Because, well, first of all, let me hold on. Let me send this link to about to send you the link. All right, hold on, y'all. My cuz trying to tap in. I'm finna send him the link. Let me get the link up off of here real quick, live. And then we're gonna get heavy into the to this numerology thing. I'm about to show y'all how these numbers work. You can't cheat this. I'm about to show y'all a system. You can't cheat this system. Ain't no way around it. So this is how you catch. This is how you can forever be able to tell whether something is staged, rigged, or something to that effect. So hold on one second. Okay, there we go. Well, yeah, there you go, right there. All right, I just sent him the link. He'll be here in a minute. So you got y'all can look this up, and you can even go on Google and get a chart. It's called GEMATRIA. GEMATRIA, GEMATRIA. And what this is it's a Kabbalistic symbol of encoding things using numbers and letters. Now you understand, it's 26 letters in the alphabet. Each letter is attached to a number, A being 1, B being 2, so on and so forth. Now, this chart they're called ciphers, meaning there's a Hebrew cipher, there's a Latin cipher, there's different coding ciphers that you can look up past just the normal English one. So if you don't find what you're looking for in one cipher, you might find it in another. Now, the whole point of this is to see if we can find hidden codes in things they do. Once you catch the number game, then it's hard for you to miss it. So the first number is, hold on. I never did this before either. This is how you know I'm not going to play with y'all tonight. I never take notes. I always freestyle when I do this. I study like a motherfucker, then I just retain it in. But I took notes this time because I don't want to forget shit. Because I need to be able to go back and forth in case y'all got questions. I need y'all to really understand this when we done tonight. Okay, now, this is the first number we're going to be dealing with is number 48. What you will learn is what we dealing with, they use certain numbers. You'll see certain numbers get frequented, and then later on you'll get the point to why they're using the numbers. But what first you're looking for is a similarity in a number. So we found a similarity in the number 48 that keeps reoccurring. So now here's what the 48 do. Now y'all check this out. Pay attention. So now, the night before the election, when LeBron, first of all, when LeBron was with the Cavaliers in 2016, is when Trump first became. So when LeBron won a championship in 2016, when he won with the Cavaliers in 2016, that's when Trump became president. Okay, now you need to understand something about the Cavaliers. Also on that day was the birthday of the real King James. Now this is important. The real King James, his son's name was Charles. When they had the European Revolutionary War, the people who defended the crown was called the Cavaliers. So when you put King James and the first team you send him to is the Cavaliers, y'all think it's an NBA draft, and no, everything is rigged. So the reason why they nicknamed him King James, then they put him on the Cavaliers, a team that's connected to a name that's connected to the real King James. Everything is syncretism and symbology with them. So now, LeBron endorsed Kamala. Kamala lost that night. LeBron lost. Now, this is the best start. This season, the Cavaliers won Now I'm talking about the 2016 season. Now, the first time. Now I'm talking about the current season. So the night before the election, the Cavaliers won. Now, the Cavaliers, this is the best season they've had since 1976. Now, remember, I told y'all it's a chart where you can run names into it. Now, when you take, and I'm going to show y'all this too. I'm going to read it, then I'm going to show y'all. When you take the name Donald J. Trump and you put it into the chart, it equals 76. So the Cavaliers have had their best game, their best season since 1976. Donald J. Trump ran into the calculator, adds up to 76. Now, also, that's 48 years from then till now. This is an opportunity where you're about to see Donald Trump essentially become the 48th president. Now, here we go. Now, a lot of y'all, hold on. This is what I want to do. I want to get it up. I want to get these things up so y'all can see what I'm talking about real quick. Give me 30 seconds, y'all. Give me 30 seconds. I want y'all to see what I see. So we get, okay, here go. My first set of slides. Let me see. No, that ain't it. Okay, here we go, right here. All right, now. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all ain't got no patience. I leave for a second and people start moving. Just, I'm finna share my screen and let y'all see what I see. So now here's my, I'm just gonna let y'all see it on my email. Share. Now, y'all see Donald J. Trump, when you run, now this is called a reverse cipher. You run it in there and it equals 76. Now, also I told y'all, so you got Donald Trump equals 76. You got the Cavaliers won that night, and that's the best season they've had since 76, which was 48 years ago. Now, when you put the word Freemason into the cipher, you get 48. Let's see what else come up. There's some more stuff with 48. Let me see. There go Freemason. Where is that? Now, Illuminati. We put Illuminati in there, and you get 48 when you put Illuminati in there. Now, remember, we're about to sync all of these 48s up. Now, so far, we got 48 years, the Cavaliers. Now, remember, the Cavaliers, oh, yeah, this is one more. I forgot that's going to make this make sense. Hold on 1 second. We got to get this, where it's at. Where it's at. It's right. Damn. Okay, Cleveland is 48. Donald Trump is 48. We got Illuminati is 48. We got Freemason is 48. Now, hold on. Where's the other one at? Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Damn, I lost the thing. So now, when we're dealing with Kamala, for everybody who wanted Kamala to be president, she is active vice president right now. All you need for Kamala to become president is for something to happen to Biden. If something happens to Biden, like let's just say, hypothetically speaking, Biden kicked the bucket or becomes too ill to continue his duties, then you would get your first black woman president sworn in, Kamala Harris. Just like the Simpsons predicted. And she didn't wear that purple suit with the pearls for no reason. I didn't go back over this because we just did this a couple weeks ago when I broke down the whole Kamala thing and the horror of Babylon. It doesn't matter what we believe. So for anybody who like her, don't be trying to talk about the sister. That's not what we're doing. So what I'm saying is they call her they say she had sex to get to the top. Everything you hear about Kamala is she was super promiscuous to get to the top. So that's where you get the horror part from. Now, Babylon, it says she comes in doing what? She ushers in the Antichrist. So she brings the Antichrist with her. So the whore of Babylon has to make an appearance first, and after her would be the Antichrist. So if Kamala takes over, then she would become the 47th president. And then once he's sworn in, Trump would become the 48th. Now, something else. Now, why? Now, for all of y'all Trumpsters, how you gonna compare Trump to the devil and the Antichrist? And we're not doing nothing emotional tonight. We're dealing with all facts, all information. So now, let's deal with something. I don't even feel like going through all that again. I'm just gonna find it in here. A lot of y'all Trumpers don't even know. Y'all walking around with your little MAGA hats on, and you don't even know what MAGA is. So, and you ain't gonna like it either. Now, MAGA, literally magicians or wise ones. Magus is a wizard who belongs to the order of Hermes. That's important. We're going to get back to that in a minute. Magus is a wizard who belongs to the order of Hermes. The plural of Magus is Magi. The feminine form is MAGA. So all you macho masculine guys running around here supporting Trump with your MAGA hat on, the word MAGA is used for a feminine wizard, a sorceress, not a sorcerer. Now, and it's a high-level degree in the Church of Satan. See, that's why I do this shit. While y'all sitting around thinking I'm a nerd, I just don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I get in these people business. So your MAGA is a feminine wizard. Now you know all these guys is homosexuals. And for a lot of people who don't believe the homosexual thing, we're going to deal with that tonight too. And I'm going to tell you why they do it and why it's important. But now, another thing. Let's go back to the sports thing because the sports thing is important. Now, the Cavaliers, this is their best season since '76, which is 48 years. Donald Trump equals 48. I just showed y'all that. Now, another thing is the record for the Cavaliers is what? 8-0. Well, 8-0, all you got to do is remove the hash mark and you got 80. Well, now, let's see here. Baphomet equals 80. Satan equals 80. Well, now, Baphomet equals 80 and Satan equals 80. And here's something else. Here's something else. You got United States president equals 114 when you put it into the chart. Now, the Cavaliers beat the Milwaukee Bucks. Anybody want to guess how many points the Bucks had? I do this shit. The Cavaliers, when Cleveland is 48 in Gematria, the Cavaliers is connected to King James. The Cavaliers had the best season since 76, which was 48 years ago. Now, they beat the Bucks, and the Bucks had 114 points. Let's take it a step further. They beat the Bucks. The Bucks had 114 points, and the game was on 11-4. I do this shit. Is y'all not paying attention how they sinking the numbers? Satan equals 80. Baphomet equals 80. The Cavaliers are 8-0. The Bucks had 114 points. United States president equals 114. And they did it on 11-4, which is 114. This is how they sink shit in. Let's take it a step further. Patrick Mahoney on Monday Night Football, the score going into halftime, going into overtime, was 24-24. Monday night, the score going into overtime was 24-24. Wait, 24-24, 48? They be fucking with y'all. Now, Patrick Mahoney, the best player in the NFL. Now, they consider, you know what? Let me go back to my notes, because I don't want to fuck up. I'm getting fired up and I'm going to miss something. So let's go back to the notes. Oh, wait a minute. Something we don't want to overlook, though. What? Remind me to get into the Hermes thing, but I want to tie this all together. I'm going to get back to that in a minute. So now, hold on. Where my notes at? Okay, so hold on. So now, oh yeah, another thing about the Cavs being 8-0. We know what that 8 means. So I have a prediction. Remember, they still have to fulfill the Simpsons predictions. So we still got to get our first woman president, and it's got to be the same one that wore the beads and the chucks, the wore the pearls and the purple, so it's got to be Kamala. So now, Kamala, I feel like she's going to get her presidency like the Simpsons predicted. And they also predicted Trump was going to get whacked. In the second or third year, old Trumpy going to get it. Watch what I tell you, y'all. But now, so now, what else we got? Oh, yeah. Now, I told y'all the Milwaukee Bucks had 114 points when they lost. President of the United States is 114. And on Monday Night Football, they announced Joe Flacco had 114 wins for Monday Night Football. So on 11-4, which is 114, the Bucks lost with 114. President of the United States equals 114. And Joe Flacco, Monday Night Football, announces 114 wins. Come on, man. This can't be for real. Okay, now KC versus Tampa Bay. The game went into overtime. Tampa Bay won. At overtime, it was 24-24, which is 48. The game was 48 days after Patrick Mahomes' birthday. He also became his record on Monday Night Football is 9-3 on Monday nights. When you look up the word Saturn in Gematria, it's 93 on the charts. We already know the word Satan comes from Saturn. The game was 93 days after Tom Brady's B-Day, who is considered the GOAT. Y'all know the GOAT is the Baphomet. Now, Saturn had 7 rings. Brady got his 7th ring against Patrick Mahomes. I can't make this shit up. I know that was a lot, but rewind it and watch it again. Because the numbers is on point. I'm showing y'all that these can't be random events. Just like I broke down to y'all the infamous Kobe Bryant 81-point game. He did, and y'all can Google this. I done showed it at least 10 times on my streams. But Kobe scored 81 points on his 666 game. Oh, really? And if you really want to decode that, I know y'all thinking your first thought is satanic. But let's go a little bit deeper. 666 is the melanated man and woman, aka 9 ether beings. He had 81 points. 8 plus 1 is 9. So it was cold talk. 666, the 9 ether being. He was telling us, yeah, what they told you. Even though I know Kobe was probably filthy like everybody else. I rock with Kobe, though. But, so, look at the numerical synchronicity. This shit couldn't possibly just line up like this. And I'm showing it to you. Now, any of the stuff that I said, like I say, y'all go back, watch this again. And you can go on Google and look up Gematria chart. Don't get the first one. It's like the third one. It should be purple, like a purple and bluish one. That's the one. That got everything you need on there. And you could run these numbers because, see, I watched people crunch these numbers, then I did it myself. I don't just believe what they tell me. So when people, I don't just believe what nobody tell me. What I bring to y'all, I research it on my own before you hear it come out my mouth. Or I tell you, I ain't sure, but this is what I think. So either way it go. Now, something else that's important about Kamala. And this right here is going to hit you in your warm and fuzzies. This one right here about to get heavy. Because now, wait. Where's the, damn it. Is this the right one? No. What I spent? Oh, I remember. Okay, so Gerald Ford. This was in 1989. General Ford predicted a female U.S. president. This is the caption on the paper. He says, a video of Ford's 1989 prediction that a female president wouldn't happen in the normal course of events. He said that the very first female president wouldn't enter the office by the normal way. She would enter the office when an old man dies. Gerald Ford said this in 1989. Or maybe the video resurfaced in 1989, I think. No, okay. President Gerald Ford delivers an address from the White House after he was sworn in as the 38th president of the United States. So this was in 1974 when he said this. So right after he got sworn in, that's how staged this shit is. So he gets sworn in, and somebody asked him, "You ever think there'll be a woman president?" No doubt, he was planted into the audience to ask that question, and then he said, "Not in a normal way. She's gonna enter when an old man dies, and she has to split the term." And I'm telling y'all, you're about to see Biden croak, or either they're gonna say he too ill to carry on. This is why they've been baiting y'all in with the dementia shit. He's a fucking cyborg or a robot or some shit. He ain't got dementia. It's probably a fucking computer chip for a brain in there. They're fucking with you. So, but they've been showing you this old withering man who's slowly falling apart and can't remember shit because they're setting the stage. Ain't no way he's gonna still be. That's why he stepped down. That's why he stepped down and say he couldn't. So if you can't fight for the country, how the fuck can you still run it? Doesn't make sense for him to choose not to go up against Trump, but you still get to hold the office down till he come in, because the active president is who hands over the White House. You basically, it's tradition. You hand the keys to the new guy, welcome him in, give him a tour, on some plan shit. Hey, this my shit. Used to be, now it's your shit. Hey, man, the waitress up on the third floor, she get frisky at about 12. You get on the rundown how I go here. So it's a passing of the torch. How the fuck Biden gonna pass the torch and he couldn't even sit across from the man and have a discussion? You're gonna see Kamala become the 47th president. And then after that, you're gonna see Trump become the 48th. Watch what I tell you. You heard it here first. Now, here's the thing. It's a lot more shit. So now the question is, on everybody is saying, like, I'm finna drop some gems for y'all real quick. Something else y'all not finna hear nowhere else. Okay, so oh yeah, this is important too. When they called it at 216 and 248. There's that 48 again. Trump projected to win battleground Georgia. Harris will not address supporters tonight. And the final numbers is 216 and 248. There's that 48 thing again. Boy, check it out, right? Y'all better quit acting like this shit ain't going down exactly how it's going down. Now, okay, so something else we got to deal with. Now, I'm finna give y'all some homework, some shit you ain't never heard before. No, I don't want to do that. I told y'all I was gonna deal with the Hermes thing. That's important. Now, if you've been rocking with me lately, you know I've been merging the Bible with real history with this alien Anunnaki shit and trying to see if it's any truth to it. We're not gonna get off into all of that, but I gotta tell you that for a reason. So now, when it says that it mentioned Hermes, this is an ancient philosophy. It's a Greek philosophy. But this Hermes guy is said to actually been this Thoth guy that we keep hearing about with these emerald tablets. So Hermes, just to be clear, this is a ancient occultic philosophy that's embodied in wizardry and witchcraft. That's why he chose MAGA. If y'all remember, like 4 months, 5, 6 months ago, could even be 8. Either way it go, I did one called Witches, Wizards, Warlocks, and Sorcerers. I was giving y'all the juice then. Now, my, are we back finding out that MAGA means that Donald Trump is a high-level wizard and Satanist? Not because I said so, because that's, you think a person, you're going to brand yourself with something, you're going to research it. A man that powerful just came up with something, an acronym, and he didn't, come on, man, get the fuck out. Stop it. These people are always playing us. So now, you see, once again, like I said, the 80 is Baphomet and Satan. Now you got Hermetic occultic philosophies. These people are not who y'all think they are. Now, y'all gonna have to look up something called the Order of the Green Dragon. Woo! Get chills on my body when you hear that. And the Order of the Yellow Hats. The Order of the Green Dragon and the Order of the Yellow Hats. Now, y'all heard me break down the Jesuits and tell y'all that the Jesuits was behind everything. And they are until you get over their head. Then you get to the people that you don't even know exist. Because I can guarantee you, until I just said that, you've never heard of the Order of the Green Dragon. And you've never heard of the Order of the Yellow Hats. These are Chinese and Asiatic orders that have been around for hundreds of years. And they're lying about that. They've been around for thousands of years, but they just don't want to make it seem like it's as ancient as it is. Now, when y'all tell me all the time about beef with North Korea and China gonna invade and all of that, and I always tell y'all it's not gonna happen. This is why I know it's not gonna happen. Because they're all in cahoots. And now you ain't got no proof of that. You just be saying shit. I got proof of anything come out my damn mouth. The Green Dragon, the Order of the Green Dragon. This is the Asiatic muscle. They was originally the assassins. Now, this is the Dalai Lama now. The Dalai Lama used to be supreme power. Then China came through and cracked their shit and made them pipe down a little bit. But the Dalai Lama is still the most spiritual figure over there, and he's also a baby botherer. We seen the Dalai Lama on national TV sucking the little boy finger like a weirdo. And I already broke down the Dalai Lama how they, from the age of 2, they get access to the kids, and you leave your, yeah. You leaving me, baby? All right. You got your jammies on? Say bye, y'all. Bye. Bye. All right, baby. Be good. Love you. What? Boy, you better go get your phone. You know you're too little to be trying to find your phone. Oh, you want him to hold your phone? Okay. All right. So hold it for him, okay, so he can take the trash out. Yeah. Okay. So now you got the oh yeah, this is important. So you got the Dalai Lama, and in Tibet, they get access to the children for 2 weeks because the Dalai Lama is a sacred baby that you're supposed to know. The Dalai Lama is born. They transfer the energy into to the next baby. So you bring the babies to the temple, and they get to inspect the baby privately for 2 weeks. What are they doing to your fucking newborn baby for 2 weeks without no supervision? Whatever it is, it makes him think he can suck kids' fingers in public. So we know what that's all about. Now, here's the thing. Every time I accuse these people of this pedo shit, everybody get all defensive when it becomes your favorite person. And you would like to think that with this P. Diddy shit, people would get a new understanding of like it could be people that I really think it ain't. But instead, we still want to defend these weirdos because if we feel like if we just come out and say, yeah, R. Kelly's a fuckboy, then it makes me weird because I still listen to it. No, how about you just stop being a dumbass and don't listen to it? But here's the thing. So let's break down why the pedo shit. So y'all can understand. This is not just randomly putting stuff on people. There's a science to this. This is a cultic practice. Everything you see on this planet is a cultic practice. The occult is the unseen, the unknown. What we would call witchcraft and voodoo and all of that. It's really just science. Or what they used to call back in the days alchemy. This is what really runs your planet. Why do y'all think when I'm done, I say knowledge is the only real power, information is the only real currency? I know it's hard to believe, but money doesn't really exist. It's a tool for slavery. Think about it. People got along millions of years without any currency. So either way it goes, what you got is this right here. Everything is energy. This is how we know that there is a God, that God actually exists, because everything in existence carries the same thing. I call it the DNA of the universe. It's energy. Everything has energy in it, which can only mean that everything that has ever been created comes from the exact same energy source. Now, with that being said, y'all get so teary-eyed over death. There's no such thing. You can't die. Energy, two things can happen to energy. It can be transformed, well, three things. It can be transformed, it can be manipulated, or it can be utilized. Transformed, manipulated, or utilized. Now, when you manipulate energy, this is, and I'm about to go there, so I know we got some sensitive people, but I'm really about to go there right now. This is why the LGBTQ is the biggest movement in America. You've been taught to think this is just an elevation of society and people are just growing into no. You can't create from what you do not have, which means this had to be introduced somewhere. So now here's the thing. The natural progression of existence is masculine and feminine energy. This is why you have the Trinity. You have masculine energy, feminine energy, and when that masculine energy and that feminine energy combines, it produces. Now, that's why it's father, mother, son. Now, for you feminists, say why it can't be daughter? It's nothing personal. The male carries the seed. So it's why everything goes in the man's name. So God, in his infinite understand. Yes, the woman brings forth life, but the male carries the seed of life. We need each other. So therefore, father, mother, son. Now, so the masculine energy does what? We do things. We disperse energy. Work hard, working out, athletics. We are dispersers of energy. Women, what do? They nurture, they comfort, they retain energy. The difference in the species. You have one that expounds energy and one that retains energy. So when the masculine force that's always dispersing energy. Now, when you take two masculine forces, when all they do is disperse energy, now it's still divine energy, but what happens is now energy is being manipulated. Because you have two nobody's receiving. Everybody's expounding energy. So now this is going to create a confusion. This is when you can manipulate energy. And now, because of this, this is why in a homosexual relationship, one person automatically takes on the role of the other sex, because you can't have you can't have it like that, because it's not a natural design. So to have two feminine women, you rarely ever see that. You see one woman take on the masculine characteristics. Why? Because secretly, even though the woman says she doesn't want a man, she's attracted. She is built to be attracted to the characteristics of a man. So then, in order for this woman who says she only likes women, in order for her to stay interested, this woman must behave like a man. Now, the most purest form of energy is in children. The newer born they are, the more pure the energy, because they have not been tainted or corrupted by the world. Nothing has been instilled in them, really. So the energy flowing through children is untainted energy. So now, this is a big one right here. Y'all got to hear this, because this is some deep shit. I was studying this shit. This is some deep science right here. I was asking myself, what's the need for all of these powerful men to be homosexuals and pedos? Why is this a thing? Why is it a mandatory thing? And I had some ideologies, but none of them I could scientifically put into a framework. So I just think about it. Then, so here's what it is. When you are a pedo or trying to convert a young man into a homosexual world, you have to be a great speaker and a great manipulator. So through that process, you unlock a certain energy. So you could be somebody who may be a passive, quiet person. But once you, okay, let's say you get victimized, hurt people. So then you develop the ideology that you're going to do the same thing to other young men. You have to formulate something unconventional in your mind and do it with the understanding that I have to manipulate in order to win. And I have to be convincing. So I have to manipulate and I have to be convincing in order to accomplish this. Well, the more you do it, just like anything else, the better you get at it. So you indirectly are unlocking the ability to be a good orator, charisma, and to become a high-level manipulator. Because now what you do the most is disalarm people so you can have your way with them. Well, once that becomes common practice, like I say, anything else, you get better at it. So those oratory skills that you're using to manipulate people, that takes into your everyday life. Now, people, let's look at some of the names that we just been knowing publicly lately. The P. Diddy's, the Ray J's, the Busta Rhymes. Look at these people I'm naming and think about the level of conversation they be having. And these are people that are extremely likable people. So now, where am I going with this? I just found out that most of Hitler's camp, and when I say most, I mean we talking like 80% of 80 to about 90% of his whole SS was homosexual, pedos, and into the transgenderism. And this is a known fact. The very first, and you can look this up too. The very first SS meeting they ever had was at a gay bar. Hitler was a homosexual. And if y'all look, he had a whole youth camp, and it was documented pedophiles and high-ranking members of his regime. So if you got high-ranking pedophile members in your regime, and you got a Hitler youth camp, and if you know anything about Hitler, like one of his prized possessions was the Hitler youth camp. That was something he was extremely into. So you had access to all of those children. Now, look at, now this shit is deep, because this is you're manipulating energy on a cosmic level. Now, if you ever watched a Hitler speech, now think about all the horrible things that they say that he did. But look at how when he speaks, if y'all never watched that shit, it's crazy. These people fucking loved him. He had a Michael Jackson type of vibe where like people went crazy around dude. This is an occult secret. This is not something I'm just throwing this is not something I'm just throwing in the air. This is known by the occultists. A good way to manipulate energy, move your way up to the top of Satan's peekaboo list, and make people not be able to really control themselves around you, is becoming a pedo, an SA. Because the level of manipulation that's required to consistently pull this off, you have to be a supreme charmer. Not only do you have to manipulate people, you have to make people feel completely comfortable with you. And when you do that, you unlock something damn near like dark magic, because you're manipulating the laws of the universe. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to start from the beginning of this one, Queen. This one right here. Woo! I might archive this one. I'm gonna give you some time to watch, and I'm finna take a lot of this shit down because I'm switching this channel, y'all. I'm gonna tell you about that in a minute. But either way it go. So now, look at the R. Kellys, the Puffies, all of these people, and then you get into Hitler and Stalin. These is big time dudes. They were all homosexuals. Now check this out. Now you have to think about something. This for all you Christians. Where was the church at while Hitler was doing what he was doing to the world? Where was the church at? The church was endorsing Hitler. Let me show y'all these pictures. Man. I see. I get so fired up, I be forgetting I got slides. Let me show y'all these. Okay. Let me show y'all where we at. Okay. This one right here. Nazi views of homosexuality. The Nazis were influenced by early ideals conflating homosexuality, child molestation, and subduction of youth. This is what they were into. The Nazis. Okay, wait. Here you go. This is the one I was just telling y'all about. The Nazi party started in a gay bar in Munich, Germany in December. Fischer's language also conflated. Okay, so I'm just showing y'all some of these receipts that we talked about. What's this one? Damn, is that it? Oh, here they go right here. Here you go right here. So you see the Nazis with all these let me blow this up. These is religious figures all in the front. This Islamic and Christian religious figures. No, this is Israelite Israel, and then these are Roman Catholics. Now y'all know the Catholic Church personally endorsed Hitler. They used to call the Pope at the time. They used to say he was Hitler's father, jokingly, because that's how much time Hitler spent with him. Now, how is the church? And a lot of y'all talking about, well, that's them Catholics. We Baptists. I'd be so glad when we mature and understand. First of all, this religion ain't no Christian. Christianity is not a religion. It's a theft job from some other shit. This religion starts with the Israelites, who really is the Canaanites. And that's a whole nother other thing we got to get into. But what I'm saying is, these things are not what y'all think. And when you get to the root of them, you always see the same shit. Evil men that assault women and children. Just that simple. Now, let's go. Hold on. Where we at? Okay, that was just all of them right there. That don't even matter right there. Okay, that was it for that. I just want y'all to stay. So now, this pedo thing is important. They're not just doing this. Look at how well liked and powerful the men who do it become. They don't become powerful and then do it. They do it and become powerful. So the pedophilia and the SA comes before the power. You got to make the connection. They're not getting powerful and then doing it. They're doing it on their way up. This is how they're gaining the power. And the reason why nobody's saying anything is not because they're turning a blind eye. It's because it's a ceremonial practice that they all do know and understand. And so now, whenever one of the guys that they have empowered starts to believe his own bullshit too much, they get rid of him. If they got rid of Hitler, you think they wasn't going to get rid of Puffy? He just a nigga that posed for liquor and touch everybody. Hitler actually had a war machine behind him. And I just found out, well, that's a whole nother other thing, but I just found out some deep shit about that whole thing with him. But either way it go. So just what I want us to gain from tonight is the understanding that everything you see is part of a script. Oh yeah, this is one more thing that was real important to the whole scheme of things that are kind of tied a knot, in my opinion. When I talked about these, the Order of the Green Dragon and the Order of the Yellow Hat, these are ancient Asiatic orders that are in cahoots with this European power structure. Now, I don't think it's one of the things that I sent because I don't see it. But if y'all really need to see it, I could pull. Oh no, I do got it, so I can show it to y'all. Hold on, let me just show y'all this real quick. Real quick. Here you go. And it's the first one. Okay, so here we go. Let's do what are the Yellow Hats? The sect of Tibetan Buddhist monks established after religious reforms in the 14th century. And then we already talked about the Dalai Lama. The Green Dragon was formed in Indog, Tibet in 1285, originally as an insurgency against the Mongols who had recently conquered the region. Now, this is important right here. What is the Green Dragon? Green dragons, also known as forest dragons or Dechlorinius nocius respiratoris to scholars, were a variety of chromatic dragons known for their manipulative and self-serving nature. They were considered master conspirators that reveled in corrupting lesser creatures. Now, these are the guys that are over the Jesuits. Now, watch this. Now let's get biblical for a minute. Y'all know Noah had 3 sons, Japheth, Ham, and Shem. Shem, Hebrews, Chaldeans, those are all Middle Easterns. Okay, Ham, Canaanites, Egyptians, Philistines, these are all basically Africans. Japheth, Greeks, Thracians, and Scythians, their descendants settled in Europe and Asia Minor. So, essentially what Japheth is what we now call the Chinese and the Asians and the European. Now, the story is Ham was cursed. God didn't like him. Shem was a step above Ham. Japheth was highly favored by God. Now, according to the Bible, Japheth was highly favored by God. Ham was cursed. Ham is Africans. They use the so-called curse of Ham from the Bible for centuries. They use this to justify African slavery. Now, if you look at in the Middle East, how basically America allegedly conquered the Middle East, but they've been doing business with them for centuries. Because anybody who rock with me know I already broke down how the Arab is a created race. They're not even a real race, but that's a whole nother other discussion. So Ham was cursed. Shem was okay with God. Japheth was highly favored by God. Shem is allowed to enslave Ham as long as Shem is subservient to Japheth. Japheth is allowed to enslave both of them because Japheth is highly favored and Ham is just bound to servitude. So now, if they use the Bible as the justification to conquer the planet, they used it as the justification to enslave Africans. They're also using it as a justification to explain why the top 2 races on the planet are Chinese and Europe. This is the big dance. This is the big show. Nothing's bigger. China, Europe. And most of y'all convinced that China is bigger than America or Europe. China know not to fuck around. And you wonder why their system is so strict. Because that's what they were created for. They breed soldiers. They turn China into what Jupiter really is, but that's a whole nother discussion. It's the muscle. You watching these people do something and you just don't know what you're looking at. Everything in America say made by China or made in Taiwan. Because according to the Bible, these 2 races are highly favored by God. And these are the 2 races that you see that have the most wealth, the most land, and the biggest religions. This is not a coincidence. According to the Bible, Ham is cursed. Okay, well, the first name you see on there is Canaanites. The Canaanites is where your Israelites come from. So right there, if you don't know nothing else about religion, it teaches anybody who wants to consider themselves an Israelite or a Hebrew, you're a slave, you fucked up with God, and your purpose is to be subservient for what you did wrong. And they literally use that as a tool for slavery. Shem is the middleman. God's okay with you as long as you stay in your place. And then this gets confusing because they hide the fact that the Israelites were originally Canaanites, because they got it on here that Shem, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Jews. So they're saying the Shem is where the Jews come from. Well, that's Samaria. And then we go 360 right back around to the Anunnaki shit. See, you can't. I know y'all try to get away from it. Y'all think aliens is spooky and you don't want to deal with that. I just want to deal with the facts. These are the facts. Somebody for thousands of years have been documenting about the existence of extraterrestrials and higher level entities intermingling with human beings on every level imaginable. So it suffices me to think it happened somewhere. So when you look at some of the horrific things on this planet, and you really think that it was a human's ideal to eat babies, nah, that's not what we're dealing with. But there's a much deeper story. And that's why I'm doing this thing, man. I'm doing it for y'all. A lot of y'all, it's going to be hard for y'all to even grasp where I'm going. But I'm doing something called Origins, where I'm going to mix the Bible with history, with the Anunnaki shit. And I'm going to attempt to paint y'all, not attempt, I'm going to paint y'all a picture of one story. Y'all think it's separate. I'm going to show y'all this all the same story. And it's got a huge, and I know some of y'all think, what the fuck this got to do with the president? Because you're looking at the lowest level of what's going on, and it's upsetting you. If we still at the level of thinking the presidency is real, we might as well stop talking revolution, stop watching conscious videos on you, let that shit go and just be a slave. Because this is the dumbest shit to me, like I could see how y'all holding on to Christianity. I don't like it, but I get it. I could see what's y'all attraction to Jesus. But when you want me to think that they took, according to them, let's go. I told y'all, anytime you want to catch them up, just go off the story they tell you. According to them, they've been in power for 6,000 years. Okay, let's go with that. They've been doing this for 6,000 years. And they've convinced you that out of 6,000 years of conquering you, about 150 years ago, after conquering you for 6,000 years, about 150 years ago, they was like, you know what? Let's just let their ass vote and see if they can get us out of here fairly. You think the people who stole everything from you have given you the right to get it back just by filling out your name on a piece of paper? Do you understand? That literally, and I say this with love, but it ain't gonna sound like it. The fact that we believe this makes us literally one of the dumbest races to ever be on this planet. No other race ever thought they were going to gain freedom from their abductors by voting. No one ever thought that. Ever. You actually buy into it, disown each other, and get mad at each other. You should have seen I seen one sister post today. I unfriended her. That shit made me mad. She posted, I can't believe you niggas didn't want to vote for a woman when most of y'all living off one. I'm not even disagreeing with the fact that it's way too many lazy Negroes living off women. I don't got no smoke for that. What I don't like is the fact that you so ill-informed that that's what you really think happened. And while I got y'all here, I'm gonna go and get this one to the sisters because y'all pissing me off. Y'all had the audacity. Y'all had the. I'm gonna get disrespectful for a second. Y'all had the fucking audacity to tell conscious, thinking black men that we're wrong for not supporting Kamala because she's a black woman and she's fighting for the right of what I want to do with my body. And y'all actually fell for this my body, my choice stupid shit. Let me go on record as saying to any woman that can hear my voice, I love you and respect you. That's the dumbest shit you ever said if you ever said it. It's the dumbest shit you ever thought if you ever thought it. I don't care if you're mad about it. Because this is trying to pull your big girl drawers up. Because here's what you're saying to me. Here's what you're saying to me. My body, my choice. Donald Trump say, y'all say Donald Trump ain't shit. He filthy. He want a race war and all this type of shit. Well, two things I heard him stand for that no other president stood for. I don't know about nothing else. Two things. He's the only president to ever attack sexual predators openly. Ever. That's one. Now, keep in mind, I don't vote, don't give a fuck about it. I think they all full of shit. I'm just pointing out something, how y'all get emotional and don't think. He also said there should be a penalty for abortion. And y'all got mad and said, no man has the right to tell me what I should do with my body. Well, I'm going to go on record and saying this, sister. Somebody need to fucking tell you because clearly you don't know. If your argument is my body, my choice, then make better motherfucking choices. How about this? How about you stop having sex with men that you don't plan on having a fucking future with? Therefore, you don't need to get a fucking abortion. How about we go back to dating, courting, getting to know each other, and then deciding to have children and a family? You want to be irresponsible, get BBLs and fuck off after the club, come up pregnant on accident, and you want the right to kill a fucking baby that God sent here. Fuck you. And I don't care who don't like it. Your body, your choice will make better motherfucking choices. Because if you're going to tell me you got the right to kill babies that God sent here, then I'm going to say fuck you because I ride with God. And I don't got no mercy for anybody against God. You don't have the right to irresponsibly have sex with random men, get pregnant, then kill it. And then get mad when another man say, it ain't right for these women to kill children. He, according to what y'all believe, he's supposed to be the leader. I'm so tired of women saying they want to be led, but they don't want to listen to leadership. Any real man should tell you killing unborn children ain't right. Now, I've been in a position where I wanted to do it before, and I'm glad God didn't let me do that because I would have forever been scarred with that. And to this day, I have a child that is upset with me about that moment. I was young, I was weak, I didn't know no better, but it still hurts him to know. There are no accidents on this planet. If God, do you know how many people, the man and the woman, both are fertile? They've been fucking for years unprotected and can't make a baby because God ain't sending them one. But he sent you one. And because the only reason why you pregnant is because you met some fly nigga after the club with 26-inch rims and lights up under the car and sounds, and he smelled good cologne. You liked his chain. So you went to a hotel. You got your brains fucked out. You didn't hear from him again until you found out you were pregnant. Now, he didn't did that to 2, 3 other women, don't give a fuck about you, because y'all agreed y'all was just fucking. Now, you telling him he ain't a man and all this type of shit. He wasn't supposed to be a man. You wasn't looking for a man that night. You were looking for a penis. The first night I kicked it with my wife, you know, now I'm just gonna go on and say it. Y'all know me as the Mr. Education, Mr. Pro Black, Mr. Black Panther, but I will be the first to tell y'all. Sometimes I be flat on a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I be flat on a mother. So on that first night, she had to deal with all of this and told me we could kick it tomorrow. That took some guts. How you looking? So it's okay. So it's okay to control yourself that first night. First week, first month, first year, do what you gotta do. But what it's not okay to do is to keep letting random men that you like at the moment have sex with you unprotected. Then find out you're pregnant, then kill God's gift. And now y'all literally raised hell for the last 60 days fighting for the right to kill babies and mad at anybody who didn't agree with it. And now you take to the internet complaining that you lost or could be losing your right to kill children that you make from random sexual encounters. Now, y'all like to say, well, what about in cases of when you violated it? You can count on one hand and 2 fingers, maybe 3, or how many people you know that made babies because they was SA and had to keep the baby. Yeah, it happens. And I'm sure we all have maybe experienced a similar situation. But let's be honest. Most of the women trying to get to the clinic is not because they got SA. It's because they're fucking irresponsible. And you want somebody to pacify your irresponsibility. And I don't think that's fair. So therefore, I don't give a fuck about the abortion clinic. Because when you knew better, you do better. When you understand that Black women make the most babies in America, Black women get the most abortions in America. The abortion clinic and contraceptives was created to stop you from bringing Black divinity onto this planet. So they created the baby killing center to kill your babies. Free condoms and all of that, free STD screenings, that's for you. By racist European people. And now you're fighting for the right to keep the racism that you shouldn't have had in the first place. And you want me to feel some kind of way? There shouldn't be any abortion clinic. They only did it to kill Black babies. Now you're fighting for the right to keep what they created to kill you? You got to be out your fucking mind if you want support from me. Sorry. Got to go with the Trumpster on this one. Anybody killing babies, hang them. No, I don't mean that. But you should go to jail. I'm just playing with the hanging. But you should do jail time. If you kill a baby, you should do jail time. Or you shouldn't be making them. That goes for anybody. Every baby I got, I tried to get. There's a thing that we're infected with, and we don't even understand we're infected. we found out that our favorite R&B star likes to urinate on teenage girls. And we were divided on who should and shouldn't support him. That's a sickness. Do y'all understand? We're just as fucking sick as the people we're complaining about. Nobody was running through the African tribe filling on little boys. It wasn't happening. They would have cut your fucking hands off and buried you alive in the village. It's 5 women and 1 man. Why the fuck are we taking sex? It wasn't happening. These things come with money and power. It's a power dynamic. Power is a drug. So once you start embodying power, the only thing you can do is to keep the fix going. You have to maximize and take it how far you can, which means there's no end destination until somebody stops you. That's why powerful people turn into weirdos. Because once you've gotten everything you want twice, what do we do now? You have to start creating weird shit to entertain yourself. And so this is why these freak-offs are so important, because it's not just us getting together to have sex. It's us getting together in one big area where there's nothing but manipulative energy going to be flowing. That's a power. When everybody in the house is manipulating for sexual gratification and money, those are basically demons that are circulating the party, just jumping in and out of bodies, having a fucking ball. And you only see this in places of power and people seeking power. So now, what do you have to do to get chosen to be at the forefront of a country, of a nation? We're forgetting a simple dynamic. We've never ever seen an extremely powerful organization with its power out front. But you believe the United States president is a real thing. Why? When we've never, name me any power structure where the power was out front. That doesn't happen. You never see the owner of a university, but you walk in there every day thinking the warden is the most important person there. Who bought the fucking property that the building is sitting on? That's the most important person. Who owns the land that this building is on? So power is a funny thing. Power hides. Think of any important organization you know of. You don't know who is the final say behind it. And that's the way, that's the whole purpose of this thing you call it. It's called secret societies. So power can hide. We was just talking about Hitler and how powerful he was. But then we understand somebody put him in that spot. And then when they got tired of him, they took him from that spot. So why, watch this, and then we're going to get ready to wrap it up. How come when they show you, I know y'all sitting on the History Channel, they say the evilest ruler or something like they got that show, and they always name guys like Hitler and Stalin. But if a simple Google search will show you that someone put Hitler in power, then doesn't that mean that there's an evil worse than Hitler somewhere that we don't understand who? Because we could name some American aristocrats, DuPonts, the Bushes, the Rockefellers. We know some people who put money behind Hitler. But who put them in place? You always hear the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds. Now, the Rothschilds are bigger than the Rockefellers. But who put the Rothschilds on? Because they say the Rothschilds got so much money. Okay, who is over them then? Because there's got to be somebody that put them in the position they're in. You never see real power out front. And it's a simple thing. The president has to go through steps in order to make things happen. He has to get approval, and he has to veto, and he has to get say so, and he has to go through Congress. And who created this funnel of people to answer to, and who sits at the top of it? Because what if Congress can't decide? Then what happens? How about this? Here's something we never even think about. Who bought the White House? Because the president doesn't own the White House. He's a guest. Who pays rent on that bitch? Who bought the property that the White House sits on? Who are those people? Because it's not fucking Donald Trump. He's about to move in to somebody else's property. And you think, so let me ask you this. Can somebody move into your house and take control? Or if you see somebody move into my house, and then you no longer see me ever again, but you see all kind of things starting to happen. You know I still live here. See, we don't think outside the box. If the president is really the guy who runs the world or runs the country, then that nigga should have his own house every time. Every president should have his own crib. Who owns the land that the White House sits on? And when we look at it from an aerial view, they already told on themselves. They got a building called the Pentagon. The Pentagon is a pentagram. A pentagram is satanic. Who put this together? DC is, from an aerial view, you can make out the 5-point star. Who built it like that? Who paid for this construction for you to see a pentagram and a 5-point star from an aerial view of the nation's capital? Do you understand what type of building and ingenuity that took and how expensive that was? Who the fuck paid for that? Because whoever owns that building owns everybody in it. You don't buy something and design something as big as the White House so that strangers can come run your shit every 4 to 8 years. Are we this slow? Whoever owns that property is going to get you a lot closer to who running shit than the orange guy. And the reason why they showed you those assassination attempts is because they're going to whack him. Or at least they're going to make you think they did. According to Dick Gregory, there's 2 Trumps. So who knows? But either way it go, I did my best to stay on course and not be all over the place. This was exciting for me, so I'm sure I got off the Richter a couple times, and we definitely ended up somewhere else. But all of this is connected and it's relevant. So hopefully y'all got something from it. Go back in and watch it again. I'm telling y'all, this was a jewel. It's a lot in here. I know that number shit probably went over a lot of people's head, but just go get the calculator, the GEMATRIA calculator, get it off Google. It's like the 3rd one on there, the purple one. Get that one. Check for yourself. Don't believe nothing. Don't trust nothing. Do your own thing. Without trust, there is no betrayal. Remember that. So either way it goes, y'all know we're going to bow. Conscious Conspiracy Cave. We're going to Clubhouse right now to the cave and really dig into some more stuff, some more slides and all of that. We really should have been off here at 8 o'clock, so we've been cooking. But yeah, come to the Conscious Conspiracy Cave. If you don't got Clubhouse, go to App Store, download Clubhouse, and come get in a room with us, man. We about to cook. You can, ain't no restriction, ain't nobody listening. We can say whatever, do whatever the fuck we want in there. That's why we leave here and go there. So that's that. Knowledge is the only real power, and information is the only real currency. But the application of both is the route to divinity. I love y'all. I'm gone.